Brilliant, thanks for that. Okay. And again, we'd love you to use today the comment box, the chat box, sorry, to reply to any of our questions we might have and to contribute to our discussions. And if you can, could we maybe use some reactions also, thumbs up, yeah, stuff like that. It'd be great to see you use those today. So again, we've got our step up session today. We're on session number 7 based on goal setting. So as you can see, we've made great progress so far, but Jake and I and the rest of the team are looking forward to delivering further sessions as we go through this month. So we're just going to quickly reflect on our Step Up Weekly Wellbeing Challenge with today's session 7 being goal setting. And again, it just gives you a bit of a summary, guys, of everything we've learned so far. And if you can have a go maybe at the end of the session, session 7, the Weekly Wellbeing Challenge, that'd be amazing. And we look forward to discussing that a bit later on in more detail. Before we start also, me and the team would love to see you share anything that we're doing, obviously to keep up to speed with things we're learning, etc. And we can do that via the various social media handles. We've got at LFC Foundation Twitter, hashtag PL Primary Stars, hashtag LFC Step Up. But before you do so, can you please always ask for an adult's permission? So everyone, we're going to start with one of my fun icebreakers today. Now, this one is slightly different, but I'm looking forward to hearing some of your responses. If you could invite one famous person to dinner, who would you invite and why? Now, this can be based across any type of creative industry. It can be the sporting sector, obviously performance sector, maybe singers, actors, dancers, or anybody who you find incredibly interesting, and you could invite them to dinner and ask them a few questions about their career or their life. Please post your answers in the chat box. I look forward to hearing your discussions. I'm going to start off, everyone. I would invite Jurgen Klopp round for dinner, so I could discuss his winning mentality and pick his brains about coaching philosophies that I might be able to use within my current role with the LFC Foundation. Over to Ant now. Ant, who would you invite to dinner and why would you do that?
Who would I invite for dinner? Well, it'd have to be Steven Gerrard, the ex-Liverpool captain, and just pick his brain on what it was like to come to Liverpool as a kid, being a local lad, and then moving the transfer from being a player into management.
Fantastic.
Very interesting.
Have we got any answers coming in, Steve, in the chat box, mate?
Got a brilliant one there. Elon Musk, he would have been on my top 3 I was going to mention before. I was going to pick 3. So I would have went for Tom Brady as well, about his resilience. We've got Gareth Bale because I'm Welsh. Talk about his Welsh career from Noah. Knock the creator of Minecraft from Mikey. Jordan Henderson from Fred, asking him about being captain and what it must have been like last year, obviously winning the Premier League, Champions League. Mikey just said it's because he would teach me about the game and all behind the scenes information. Brilliant.
Great stuff, Mikey. Jake, have you got anybody in mind who you'd maybe love to quiz about a career or something you're interested about, something interesting about them?
I would, David Attenborough. Can you imagine the stories? He's been all around the world. That'd be my one, 100%.
Great. And Steve, finally, have you got any yourself? I know you mentioned Elon Musk is an incredibly interesting person to have round for dinner.
Yeah, I think like I said about Tom Brady, I think that'll be an amazing one because obviously he got picked last in the draft. So even then people, maybe in PE, maybe in your school, like you're thinking, oh, they can't play or they're not quite up to the standard. The fact that he was like that and then managed to get right the way through and become one of the best players of all time in any sport.
Fantastic. We've got any answers coming in, sorry, Steve, in the chat box?
I'll just Bill Gates, I'm just having a bit of a problem with the Wi-Fi, but yeah, just hold on.
Yeah, no problem, Steve.
Arnold.
Oh, yeah, we've got a few coming up. Thanks, Ant. We've got Alexander Arnold. We've got Mo Salah. Absolutely.
Jordan Henderson.
Brilliant.
Bill Gates.
Quite a variety of different people so far, which is quite interesting, guys. It's not just sports stars. It's obviously really intelligent, creative people who, for example, have created a really useful resource that we can all use and we're still using to this day. Fantastic. Well done, guys. We're going to move on now to our next section. So our session today is all based around goal setting ourselves goals and challenges for us to complete during lockdown. And the lesson objectives, we're going to understand how goal setting can positively impact on your mental health, give you a lot of drive and determination to go on and fulfill the challenges and goals that you've set for yourself. We're going to identify what your current goals are during lockdown. Now, some goals may be slightly more simple in nature, which I think is a positive thing, because hopefully, fingers crossed, we've not got too long to go before we're back at school again. So that might just be to perhaps read a certain number of books a week. It might just be to learn an important life skill, to go out on and enjoy adventurous walks a bit more often than you did. And finally, we're going to understand and compare the goals of key figures within our society and understand how they are achieving them in different ways. Okay, everyone, one of my favorite games. We're going to start with red or black, and this is all centered around your lockdown goal. So as you probably know, guys, I'll tell you what, give us a thumbs up if we can remember playing red or black. Not a problem if you haven't. I'm just going to explain the rules again. Great for using the reactions as well. Thanks, Noah. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to show you this card first of all, which is the colour red. What me and the team would like you to do is, can you predict what colour the next one will be? Is it red? And I'm just going to show, or black, I'm just going to show you the signs. Red, put your two hands on your head. Black, can you cross your arms almost like this on your shoulders? If you guess incorrectly, what we'd like you to do is complete an exercise of our choice. However, if you guess correctly, you get to chill, relax, and type into the chat box what your lockdown goal is during this period. So I'm just going to stop sharing, guys, while we make our guesses. So this is the first card. What do you think will follow? What colour will the next card be, guys? Will it be
I'm going red.
Or Jake, or black? What are we feeling?
Straight in on the red.
Yeah,
Confident.
Or Harry's gone for red, feeling confident. Or Fred's gone for black. Quite a mixture, to be honest. Brilliant. Okay, so we're going to have a drum roll now. We're going to reveal our next card. Our next card's going to be black.
Oh,
It was a cheer
no
if you got
way.
it. Yeah. Don't worry if you didn't, not a problem. I'm just going to share my screen for a second. Oh, sorry, is there a way that I can share my screen, Jake, Steve?
Yeah, come through now.
Oh, thanks, Steve. Brilliant. Fantastic that you got them. If you didn't, not to worry, guys. We're going to do some exercises. We're going to stand up and we're going to balance for 10 seconds on one leg. Okay. So you can use your arms to support like this if you want to. Starting from now, go. So can we hold for 10 seconds? If we wobble slightly, can we maybe make sure we hold on to one of our ears to help us support, or just use our arms? 3, 2, 1. Can we change legs now? Okay, we're going to change legs, hold another balance for 10 seconds. For those who got it correct, fantastic. Can you type into the chat box a goal that you have for lockdown, the period we're in at the moment? 3, 2, 1. Fantastic.
Give it a salad pose, like it.
Oh, I like that one, the cellar one. So great for completing the exercises as well, team. We've got any answers coming in our chat box, Steve?
Yeah, we got 1,000 steps coming through.
Lockdown
Managed
goals,
mode of
right?
footy. Just coming through, I can see a few more typing now.
Fantastic. Great start, though. The 10,000 steps is very important. And you can use a Fitbit and smartwatches to help you track your progress.
I think it's even like you don't have to go on long walks or long runs or high intensity stuff. It could just be 10 minutes, quick little fire of physical activity.
Absolutely.
Mikey, keep fit. Harry, get back to football. Hugo, go on a run each day. That's it.
Great. Well done, everyone. That's a great first round. We're going to move on to our second round of red or black. So obviously the second card was black. I'm going to stop sharing, guys. Can we make our guesses for round number 2? Is it going to be red or black? What colour's the next card going to be? I'm going to go red, I think, this time, feeling confident. Wonder what guesses we've got from our group so far. Is it quite a mixture, Steve? We're okay to spotlight? Yep.
We're going to go around now. We're going to Harry next. What's Harry got?
Mikey's good choice, Harry, going for red. Mikey as well.
What's Tag? Tag, what are you feeling like? Hugo just looks like a cool dude, yeah.
Oh,
What's he got?
absolutely.
Fred,
Yes.
feeling confident, son? Oh,
Okay.
he switched arms.
I know, he's just switched mid-round, hasn't he? Right, we're going to do a drum roll now, Steve. That's okay, mate. We're going to reveal our next colour. So we're going to do our drum roll now. Okay. The next card is the colour black.
Oh,
Yes.
Give us a cheer if you got
Get
it.
in.
Hands up again.
Fantastic.
Hands tired.
You got it. Congratulations. You're going to sit chill and type an answer in the chat box of a lockdown goal you may have. If you didn't, not a problem. We're going to move on to our next exercise, which is going to be 10 Hendo Shuffles, as though we've got the trophy in our hands. We're going to have the trophy in our hands like this. We're going to do some shuffles in 3, 2, 1, go. We're going to shuffle.
Hendo Shuffles, away we go.
4, 3, 2, and we're going to lift the trophy up. Yes, well done. We've won the trophy for Liverpool. Champions League.
Go on, Ant. Yes.
Yes, well done, Ant. Okay, great stuff. Have we got any answers firing in, Steve, for our lockdown goals?
I think it's going for a run, getting back to my team, keeping fit. Just these general ideas of just keep it on the go, isn't it?
Fantastic. Okay, everybody, well done. We're going to move on to round 3. Okay, final round now of red or black. So I'm just going to stop my sharing. So obviously we had
Gotta get one right.
2 blacks in a row. What are we feeling is going to be the next colour card? Is it going to be red?
Gotta be red. Gotta be red.
Oh, it's you're thinking probability now, using your mathematics, aren't you? Is it going to be red or black? What are we feeling? Oh, great, Mikey. Yeah, Daniel's going for red. Yes, Dan. Oh, Joseph as well. Joseph's going as well, going red.
Nice.
Cool. Quite a unanimous red, I think, so far. Okay, so we're just going to do a drum roll. I hope it's red. Wonder what colour it's going to be next. The next colour card is red.
Boom.
Well done, Shave. We got it. Great use of your probability and your maths there as well. Anticipating what colour's going to come up next. Okay, so finally, any more lockdown goals we may have. If you didn't get it correct, not a problem. We're going to stand
Mikey
up.
finally got it right, he's saying.
Yes,
Healthy
Mikey.
eating from Daniel.
Mikey. We're going to do 10 star jumps, guys, if we didn't get it guess correctly, but it's not a problem. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Yes.
6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done, everyone. Can you sit yourselves down? Fantastic. Have we got any more answers coming in, Steve, just before we move on, mate?
Survive more mats, keep fit and have fun, play football. See some more coming through here. No, I think that's about it now, you know.
That's all right. Great to hear your lockdown goals, guys. We're going to move on now.
Daniel, healthy eating, last one.
Thanks, Steve. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a short video, guys, based on goal setting. Gives you kind of an idea about how goals can be both short-term and long-term.
We can't quite hear it, Chris, if it's got any sound.
All right, Jake, I'll just give that a go again. Any luck this time, guys? Give us a thumbs up if you can hear it.
If you go to the top.
Yeah.
Is that right, Steve?
Yes, yeah, be on that one.
Mikey knows. Mikey knows.
Yeah, put it in the group chat.
Well in, Mikey.
Brilliant.
Thanks,
Right,
Mikey.
I think it's the more options bit at the top.
Great. Just have a go, guys. Thanks for your patience. Here we go. Thanks for your help, guys. Share sound. Hopefully we'll have a bit more of a positive experience now. Give us a thumbs up if you can hear. Once we start our video again.
There we go.
Brilliant. Okay, everybody. So from that video clip, hopefully it summarized for you that obviously big goals do take one step at a time to achieve. So obviously action is momentum, taking positive action one day at a time by setting yourself a small goal initially. Maybe I'm going to go and complete 1,000 steps this day, and then building your way up towards the 10,000, it can gradually help you to achieve your goal. So using the chat box, guys, before we move on, what if you could choose one strategy which you've taken from that video to help you achieve your goals, what do you think it would be? I'm going to hand over to Ant now. So based on that video, Ant, is the one top tip, mate, that you could take with you from today's session that could help you to go on to achieve a goal?
I think it's you know what I'd take from that video? The little bit of everyone in our gallery was all having a little bit of that. It was making the music made us feel a bit better. It was like we were all like little bobbing along. I could see all the gallery.
Oh, the music was great.
It was, wasn't it? Everyone was having a little bit of a. I think he's still having a little go. It was like being in a festival for a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
like
that was good. That was
so
good.
it's like that little cheery up music. It might be a case of I might listen to a couple of songs a day while I'm working out or doing my homework. So I think I'll take, when I'm doing my work, maybe listen to classical music or something like that, because that's really good for homework and get you concentrating for a few minutes.
Brilliant, thanks, Steve. We've got any answers coming in the chat box, guys? If there's one top tip you can take away, it could be like Steve mentioned, listen to uplifting music. It could be maybe to make sure you are the best you can be every day.
Big tense moment.
Like that, take small steps, start again the next day if you need to. It's okay to. Now, just before, like what happened with Chris, my Wi-Fi went down. We had to react dead quickly. Chris got knocked off being the host, so we've had to react quite quickly to the screen. So everything doesn't go normal. I think everyone thinks that everyone who's successful or in work, or when you get older, everything's just going to be, oh yeah, it's great. We all have ups and downs. Even between this last 5 minutes, we probably had 3 or 4 ups and downs just in this one little session. So it's okay to go, you know what, I might need to reset it a little bit.
Absolutely. It's a really important point, Steve, as well. Being able to adapt and believe as well that you can overcome a difficulty you may have. Well done, guys. I'm just going to move on to the next slide.
Good answer.
Sorry, Steve, have you got any final suggestions, mate?
Yeah, Harry, slow one step at a time. Mikey, always retry when you don't succeed. So yeah, he was giving advice. So if someone else, if you think you can help someone, actually, I think you might need to do this way. You might be. All you can say is no, but if you give your best shot and you try to help someone, it's brilliant. Daniel, one step at a time again. Brilliant.
Great, thanks for that, Steve. Okay, so we're going to move on to our next challenge of the day. So there's going to be 3 images on the next slide, guys, for you to look at. And these are going to be people who we will probably all recognize at the moment within the pandemic. So what me and the team would like you to do is, can you name who these people are, first of all? And can you actually try and, using the chat box, type in what you think their current goals are at this moment? And we look forward to hearing some of your answers in the chat box. Thumbs up if we're ready. Let's put our detective hats on.
We're ready.
And guess who these people are going to be and what their goals are. Thumbs up if we're ready.
Like it.
Brilliant. Okay, here we go. So, who is this first person? Some of you may recognize this person. And first of all, yeah, can we name who this person is? And secondly, what do you think this person's goals are during lockdown? Over to you, Steve, in the chat box, mate.
Yeah, we've got a few Rashford. Let's go back up because they came in more or less the same time. We've got Harry got it first, all bang on 11:29. But that's brilliant. So it's to give school meals for Hugo, Noah, help others, people have food, free school meals for kids, Harry. Everyone have free meals whether in school, Mikey. Brilliant. He has a massive impact, hasn't he? And you know what, Fred? Great. Help others. What a great saying that is. It's just to help other people.
Great. Thanks for that, Steve. Absolutely important as well. With Marcus Rashford, he didn't give up if he faced difficulty, like Steve mentioned earlier, carried on, but pursuing a cause that he believed in. And he's done an absolute amazing service for children who require free school meals. And I think that's an unbelievable thing from someone who's a footballer to actually to work with the government and to work with other agencies to make sure that this great initiative carries on during lockdown. Great, so we've got 1 out of 1 there.
Food, did he, Chris? When he
Sorry,
was
Steve,
younger,
over to you.
he needed 3 school meals. He needed help and support with money while he was younger, and that's why he's so determined to give it back, because it helped him so much.
Absolutely, well done. 1 out of 1, everyone. Okay, so I think we'll recognise this next person, guys, from all of the briefings we've had over lockdown. Over to you in the chat box, Steve.
We've got Boris Johnson. See them are coming through. And what do you reckon, Chris? We go on to the next question.
Yeah, sorry, Steve. We got what's Boris's lockdown goal? Thinking about recently, guys, with the vaccine, perhaps could it be leaning towards a target number of vaccines? Over to you, Steve.
Yeah, trying to end COVID, trying to end the pandemic, possibly. I'm not sure. We've got keeping people safe, trying to end COVID, to stop COVID, and he's trying to see ways of trying to get us back into the schools in the future. To give out the vaccine, yeah, helping the NHS not to be overworked. Brilliant from Noah.
Great stuff. We're going to move on to our final person now. 2 out of 2. Congratulations. So who is this person? This is more, guys. This can be a group of people, and an absolute vitally important group of people within our community.
Harry with doctors, Hugo, NHS workers, Harry and nurses, Daniel, anyone in the NHS, no NHS workers, Doctor Saves Lives and Mikey, Joshua, NHS, Fred, Doctors NHS. It could be the vaccine volunteers. It could be someone who's a taxi driver who's now taking the elderly and the vulnerable to their jobs and back. And the best thing about it, you're all helping each other by staying at home and being safe, that you're helping other people.
Absolutely.
Treating people with COVID, being very brave every day, putting themselves at risk, yeah, like that.
Great, well done, everybody. Some great suggestions there. Final key question, guys, of our slide. They are all achieving different goals at the moment, but they're also going about solving and achieving their goals in slightly similar ways. Would any of you like to, using the chat box, suggest perhaps ways that they're all trying to achieve the goals using similar strategies? Could it be, for example, they're all relying on you guys to stay safe, which you're doing? You're attending these sessions over Zoom to keep you safe and protect the NHS.
Harry's got a great one there. Inspirational words. And I think what you might do by it's that type, isn't it, from Rashford, but also even on his podium, hands, face, space. It's that simple messaging, finally, that is helping people understand what we need to do to help each other to keep safe.
Brilliant, Harry. I love how you said inspirational words. Absolutely, because we look to these people for advice and support during a difficult time.
Yeah, Dan said the same. Inspirational. Lots of planning and organising from Noah. It's really difficult. Keeping people home, Mikey. Relying on us to keep us to the rules, making sure it's safe. Good communication is vitally important, isn't it, when we're all at home?
Fantastic. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Some really great discussion going on there. We're going to move on to our next challenge. Yes, Dan. Okay, so we're going to move into a bit of a quiz, because I love doing these with the Step Up group. Makes it a bit more interesting. This quiz is called Our Survey Says. So, me and the team, before our session, spoke to 100 people within our club, and we asked them to list useful goal-setting strategies. And we have ranked them in a top 5 order. So similar to what we did with Tenable, guys, can you guess the top 5 useful goal-setting strategies? Is it B, to think positively, for example? Is it to use support off others? Using the chat box, guys, can you suggest some strategies that can be useful when goal setting? Over to you, Steve.
We've got a few flying in now. Harry's got to start off small. Mikey, keep motivated. Harry, think positive and have support of others. That's vitally important, isn't it? At the minute, it might just be a telephone, a text call, a text message to someone just to cheer them up. Noah, taking small steps. Like it. Joshua, write a chart of your goal and mark how close you got to it. I like that way you phrased that. You don't always have to achieve your goals. You might have to adjust them, or you might need to go a little bit further ahead because it wasn't ambitious enough for you. Like it.
Brilliant. Well done, everyone. Just while the answers are coming in, Steve, I'm just going to reveal towards the lower end of our top 5.
Ooh.
Okay, so drum roll.
Do you have to do
Number 5.
all that sort of stuff?
Oh no, Steve will have to see. Is self-belief. So having a strong self-belief in your own ability. Oh, we've got one of our lives gone at the moment. Okay. Have we got any more strategies firing in, Steve? Just while we move to number 4, mate.
Positive mindset, so it could be like self-esteem, and don't give up from Ryan.
Brilliant. Drum roll. Number 4. Well, here we go. Which one's this going to be? Strategy. Positive thinking. Yeah, we got that one. Big thumbs up. Cheer. Brilliant. Okay. So 8 people said positive thinking. 6 people said self-belief. Number 3. We got any more answers, Steve, just before we move on to 3?
No, I think we're all right for now. I think
we've said quite a great number,
about the answers,
to be honest.
Ready for the noise.
Okay. Drum roll for number 3. It's going to be dedication. So it's actually making sure you're disciplined and you complete positive actions every single day to make sure that you give yourself the best opportunity to achieve your goal. So we've got another one of our lives gone.
Scares me every time, that.
I'm pretty confident we're going to have towards the top 2 answers, but have we got any more, Steve, coming in?
Yeah, we've got Fred with sleep well and Noah commitment. So that dedication commitment, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, so actually, that's a very good point. That's very similar to dedication, being committed. Well done. So drum roll for number 2 of our useful goal setting strategies. Motivation. Yes, Mikey, I heard you say that one. Brilliant. Motivation, making sure you're motivated to get up in the morning and to make a positive change. Well done. We're going to reveal our top answer now. I'm getting a bit tense. Okay, so we're going to have a drum roll for our top answer. Is it going to be patience?
Patience.
Okay, so being patient, not perhaps rushing too much and thinking I want to achieve this goal by this date, because sometimes it doesn't work like that. Sometimes it takes slightly longer than you want to, but it's worth it in the end. So give yourself a big thumbs up for getting our top 5 answers in our survey says.
Yeah, Daniel's just had that. Don't give up there. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, be patient. Don't give up.
Okay, so we're going to move on to round 2. We asked 100 people within the club how lockdown can impact on people's goals. So maybe what gets in the way, guys, of you achieving your goals during our isolation period of lockdown. I'm going to go over to Steve now in our chat box, and just while that's going on, I'm going to go over to Ant. Is there any can you give us an example, Ant, of things that can get in the way of us achieving our goals during lockdown?
Yeah, you can get fed up, you can become lazy, less motivated.
Brilliant. Jake, have you got any more to add to that, mate? What can get in the way of you achieving? Yeah.
Because you're not allowed to go to places. It's hard to go and do things to help you do that. So say if it's stuff to do with school and you can't get into school, it just stops you. It gives you a barrier.
Absolutely. We got any answers coming in, Steve?
Yeah, it's may have to change your time scales and your goals that you had previously set, because obviously we don't know when we're going to come out of it, but we think that this time it might be maybe a little bit longer, but it feels like we might not have to go back in again. That's what we're trying to do. Laziness from Daniel. Restrictions, I think, like Ant and Jacob said, it's just not let me show. I think Hugo's come up with that one. Hugo's bored. Yeah, can't play with your friends. Frustration from Fred. Mikey, I can't play with your friends, so it's harder to practice and to learn new techniques with people. Yeah.
I don't know what's pushing you.
Yeah, that's an important point you've made, Ant, as well. You need motivation and a support network to help you to achieve your goals. We're going to have a drum roll. Reveal number 5. We're going to get a red X, hopefully not. Yellow X, sorry. Anxiety. I think we actually touched on that as well, more towards the frustration, which builds into anxiety. You can't go out and do things as much as you want to.
Yeah, Noah's just said not mixing with others makes you feel flat. So yeah, it does, doesn't it? The impact of others. Yeah, you can FaceTime, Joshua was saying. Yeah.
Brill. Okay. Have we got any more answers, Steve, before we move on to 5?
No, we're okay now, I think. We're
great. Okay. Number 5, drum roll. So our answer going to be, how can lockdown impact on people's goals? Looking after others, maybe. Perhaps you're not allowed to see certain family members, aunties, uncles, friends, close family members. So potentially that could actually stop you from achieving goals. It could be, I want to support my friends with extra work, maybe. But I think, like, was it Josh said, Steve, about FaceTime? That's another way you can try and potentially break down that barrier. Well done. Okay. I like putting those X's in.
Scare me every time.
Okay, number 3. Have we got any more coming in, Steve?
Yeah, great one. Because obviously the first lockdown, it was 38 degrees for the past 17 years. This one's a little bit freezing, isn't it? Last night was 16 and minus 16 in Scotland. So Noah said that weather lockdowns make it a little bit more different, but staying later of a night now, which is great for us, isn't it? That's what we want. A little bit of blue sky at the night time when we get old.
Oh, absolutely. Drum roll for number 3, guys, of our strategies that can actually get in the way, things that can impact on lockdown barriers. Loss of confidence. So I think, like Ant and Jake mentioned, perhaps you were more confident going out and doing things regularly before the restrictions. So you may not remember how to do certain things. It might be sport based. It might be actually going on walks. You may not know the routes as well as you previously did. Okay, so number 2. We got any more answers, Steve, or should we just move to? I'm pretty confident we'll get the top 2 answers.
Yeah, I think we've got a few of them here. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Fear. Okay, so that is a big one, guys. Perhaps I don't want to go out because I might potentially make myself ill, make my family members ill. But we've got a great team at the Step Up, and it's great to see you on these calls, following the rules, just for a little while longer, like Steve said, hopefully resulting in us not, fingers crossed, going back into another lockdown.
Another one just come through, Chris. Really important one. Obviously, knows just put, especially the weather, but also money. Some people have lost their jobs, so the fear, the anxiety of losing your house, having to change jobs, looking for work. Massively mature answer that. Well done. Brilliant.
Well done. It's great to actually consider what people are going through as well, guys. Very good point. And our top answer, drum roll, is going to be stress due to being isolated. So, like I think we mentioned before, as a team, not being able to go out and do things as much. Your stress increases because you've got to keep yourself occupied with your time. And it's great to see you on these calls. Hopefully that's contributing towards your stress levels being reduced, which is brilliant. So well done. We're going to move on to round number 3 of our family fortunes. Our survey says quiz. So our final round, we asked 100 people, how can we improve motivation during lockdown? So what things can we put in place to help improve our motivation and our commitment to doing things in a positive way? You got any answers, Steve?
Yeah, we've got Mikey with exercise, Harry with contacting people. Now, we've seen that a few times lately. We've seen on the telly and a few social media, people who maybe can't exercise, how are we helping them and support them? So I know the club are phoning people in their houses just to keep them isolated and keep them not to be, obviously, be able to see people.
Absolutely.
Noah, try something you never tried before. Like it. Contacting people has come up twice there. Harry said it, and let's have a look. Daniel, calling friends. Staying in touch with Fred. Finding something that you're good at. This is an ideal chance to explore different stuff and go, you know what, I've never even tried that, but I'll give it a go. Oh no, I don't like it. But actually you might find something that might be a lifelong hobby for you or a job in the future. Yeah.
I'm going to go over to Jake, if that's all right, Jake. Have you kind of taken up anything new, Jake, during this lockdown that you maybe thought you wouldn't have had the opportunity to do due to the lockdown?
To be honest, I know it sounds a bit silly, but walking, like going on walks, it's just doing longer walks. Is that something I never really used to do, ever? And now it's just, I'm doing like 6 miles of a weekend and things like that.
Fantastic. Thanks for that, Jake. So we're going to move on to answer number 5 now. Drum roll. Is it going to be our top answers? Writing a thought journal. Now, this is something that I've done, guys. I've taken it on myself to have a go at, so that when we come out of lockdown, I can reflect on my resilience I've shown during a difficult time. So it's interesting to actually write down your thoughts on a piece of paper. So almost as though you're taking them out of your brain and you're bringing your stress levels down again. So that's something that I like to do. But well done.
We might have a Samuel Pepys here, might we? Someone might have been keeping a little diary from last year. In the future, you might be getting it used.
Absolutely, yeah. You could write in a diary during lockdown, which is, I think in years to come, guys, will be studied and compared. And we're part of history, almost, being in this difficult time. Well done. Okay, so number 5. Sorry, Steve, you got any more answers fired in before we move on?
No, just catch up with family and friends you haven't seen for a long time, and maybe some of them who aren't on social media. Maybe it is just that simple text or telephone call. Yeah.
Brilliant. Number 5, drum roll, it's going to be positive thinking. Well done, we got that one. So making sure you think positively and you actually put things into place to make you maybe more at home with nature. Like Jake mentioned, he got the opportunity to go for more walks during lockdown. So he's thinking positively. What route can I take today? What sounds of nature can I listen to on my walk this time? Well done. Number 3, drum roll, it's going to be healthy eating. So almost thinking about, guys, healthy body, healthy mind. You'll feel as though you have more energy, your body's more charged up. So you'll be able to achieve more things within your day, going for walks, studying maybe, attending these sessions, which we really enjoy working with you on. Steve, you got any more, mate?
Yeah, just starting fresh the next day. Each day is a new day. I think Captain Tom said that the other day, didn't he? It's about tomorrow's a new day. And it's always looking forward, but also learning from the past. That's a good little thing to do. Look back and go, what could have changed? What could have tweaked going forward? Brilliant.
Brilliant. That's a great point as well. Captain Tom, absolute amazing man who inspired us during a very difficult time. Tomorrow's a new day. That's a really good philosophy that you might want to introduce into your days, because we all have bad days, unfortunately. So it's a completely normal thing. But knowing that tomorrow is my day, I'm going to make sure I have a good day tomorrow and learn, like Steve said, looking back from the past, what went well, what could he improve on? It's all a continuous learning experience. Number 2, drum roll, mindfulness. So maybe taking part in some yoga, mindfulness, colouring. I like to do mindfulness colouring, guys. So it helps relax me. Like Steve said, I could listen to some nice music as well, which will help me lower my stress levels. Ant, is there anything that you like to do that helps improve your motivation during lockdown?
Yeah, I think what I think that's life has.
Yeah,
I think for ours, like what Jake was saying, that it could be like going for a walk, but also listening to music. It was just jogging, doing exercise in the house, doing little chores, learning new skills. And also coming on to these are keeping us going during lockdown. These are actually helping the coaches, they're helping the staff. It's keeping our motivation high, helping you.
Great point, Steve, as well. You're helping us as much as we're helping you guys, because without you, we couldn't enjoy our teaching and stuff like that, working with you. Well done. Drum roll for our top answer. Pretty confident we're going to get it, guys. Exercise. Well done, Mikey. Got that one. Cheer. We got the top answer. Well done. Exercise releases endorphins in your brain that promote that feel-good factor and help you, obviously, with your positive thinking and to cope with difficult situations. Well done, everybody. We're going to move on. Great quiz there. We didn't get any X's in that round, did we? We did really well. Okay, so we're going to move on to our reflection stage. So using the chat box, guys, and listening to obviously what we've talked about today, what are your current goals for lockdown? Can you write down either the answers on a sheet of paper or using the chat box alternatively? That might be easier. And we look forward to hearing some of your goals. Some of mine, to support my family and friends a bit more with jobs around the house, to learn a new skill, hobby. Like I mentioned before, I've started my thought journal, which hopefully I can look back in a few months and think, wow, how resilient was I during a difficult time, thanks to our Step Up attendees, and to eat more healthily. So those are my 3. I'm going to come over to Jake. Could you give us one of the goals, Jake, that you might have? I know you mentioned walking, mate, which is great. Have you got any others in mind?
Mine's really boring, but doing up my garden. Really boring, but that is my goal.
Great. So taking more of an interest in household, developing your house, which is great. Steve, have you got one for yourself?
I think, we're trying to change our house around a little bit. It's learning new skills and learning new technologies as we go each day. We're learning new stuff, going to make a better product for kids that we're coaching and teaching.
Great. Have we got any answers coming in? Sorry, Steve.
Yeah, we got Mikey, learn how to edit better. That might be, is it music or video editing, is it, Mikey? I think someone just said they're going to improve your left foot. Use this time wisely, that's how you can do it. Little exercise, video, Mikey's going to edit. Fred is trying to keep fit. Harry, get back to football. No, we run for longer, strengthen my right foot because I'm left-footed, so it's really important. Even like dance moves, it could be quick fire little footwork. It all helps if you want to be better at any sport. get fitter and improve your right foot. I like the way you're all using this time to do little skills to improve your footwork.
Absolutely. And also, it's great to see some of you attend our Wednesday workouts and our Big Red challenges. That's almost contributing to you achieving your goal in a way by exercising slightly more in a fun manner. Well done. We're going to move on now. Okay, so we're going to move into our plenary now, guys. One of my favorite games also, heads or tails. So what I'd like you to do is I'm going to flip our coin here. Obviously, if you know how to play, brilliant. If you don't, not a problem. I'm going to flip the coin. You've got to make 2 guesses. Is it going to be heads or is it going to be tails? If you guess it right, well done. You're going to chill and you're going to type into the chat box and answer the first question we've got here. How you're going to achieve your goals, what strategies can you use. If you didn't guess it correctly, not a problem. You're going to do some exercises with me. So I'm just going to stop sharing while we make our guesses. Is it going to be heads, guys, like this, or is it going to be tails? What are we feeling?
I'm going heads.
Oh, we've got Harry going for heads. Josh, yeah.
Or big tails.
No, we're going for tails. Cool. You go heads. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm just going to flip the coin.
Who's going for tails? Fred, what's Fred going?
2, 1. It's heads.
Oh,
give us a cheer
Fred.
if you got it. Well done. I'm just going to share my screen now. If you didn't guess it correctly,
Yeah.
not a problem. Just get the exercises up, guys, for a second. Won't be a minute. We're going to do 10 star jumps. So we're going to stand up. 10 star jumps together. For those who guess correctly, you get to sit and chill. Type in an answer in the chat box. How are you going to achieve your goals? The first question. 10 star jumps in 3, 2, 1, go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well done, everyone, and sit yourselves down. Fantastic. So we'll just go over to the chat box if that's all right, Steve. Any answers coming in?
Yeah, we got Joshua, practice till I get it. Practice from Mikey. Now, a lot of people say practice makes perfect, but actually it makes permanent. So make sure and tweak it. Make sure you're actually doing the exercises or the routines correctly. Because sometimes if you're hitting it wrong all the time, that becomes permanently wrong then. So try and make sure that you're doing it correctly. But at the moment, while there's no coaches and you're just doing it in your house, just try and get as much exercise and most touches of the ball or different stuff that you're doing as much as possible. And then when we go back to coaching, you can ask your coaches or your teachers how to do it.
Brilliant. I'm just going to stop sharing now while we make our guess for round 2 of heads or tails. So are we feeling heads for the next one or tails? And just while you're making your guesses, I'm just going to quickly go over the question that I'd like you to answer. Just share my screen.
Big tails from me.
Or tails for Jake. So the second
tails.
question I'd like to answer
tails.
round 2. What actions must you take to be successful with achieving your goal? Okay, so quite a mixture. Okay, I'm going to flip the coin. 3, 2, 1. It's tails. Give us a cheer if you got
Yes.
it. Oh, look, Josh loves that. Well done.
Get in.
Tails. Okay, so great stuff. If you got it correct, you can sit and relax. And can you type in the chat box, what actions must you take to be successful? If you guessed incorrectly, don't worry. We're going to do our next exercise. We're going to stand up and balance on one leg for 10 seconds, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. And you can use your arms to support. You might want to maybe hold on to one of your ears to help you bounce if you're wobbling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll change legs now. So we'll change legs. Can you bounce on the other leg for 10 more seconds? 5,
Well done, Mason.
4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Okay, right, over to our chat box, Steve.
One step at a time from Joshua. Mikey to learn.
Oh, well done. Daniel's still holding his balance. I love that.
Practice till I get it. Bit more a bit further down. I think we're done. I think.
Great.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, no, like being confident. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Great finish there. Final round of heads or tails, guys. Question I'd like you to answer. How do you think setting lockdown goals will help you to cope in a difficult time? Okay, so I'm just going to stop sharing. We make our guess. Is it going to be heads the final round, or are we thinking tails? What are we thinking, Mikey? Heads
Tails
or tails?
again.
Always changing it. Bit of drama from Mikey there. Like
Tails again.
Mason, what are we going for, lad? What's me? Oh, he's going ahead.
Nice,
Dan, what are they
Mason.
having?
Feeling confident.
He's just enough. He's half and half. Hugo's he looks confident, but he's sneakily thinking, should I have gone tails?
Okay, right, we're going to do our final flip. 3, 2, 1. It's tails.
Yes.
Fred, you got it. Oh, Fred,
Yes,
well
yeah,
done. You got it.
Fred.
Okay, right. We're just going to answer our final question, guys. How do you think setting lockdown goals will help you to cope? If you got it right, sit and relax, answer the question in the chat box. If you guessed incorrectly, not a problem. We're going to stand up and do 10 Hendo Shuffles together, 10 Henderson Shuffles as our final exercise. We're going to imagine we've got the trophy. In 3, 2, 1, we're going to shuffle. Shuffle our legs together like this. And can we start lowering the trophy? And we're going to lift it in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we've lifted the Champions League trophy for Liverpool. I'm just going to stop sharing, Steve, while we spotlight a few of our trophies like that.
Let's see. We go, Mason. Coming to you.
Well
Trophy
done.
above your head. We go, Fred, above yours. Coming to you, Fred. Oh, he won, didn't he? Yeah, he won. Harry, coming to you, son.
Yes,
Joshua's
Harry,
still dancing
good
around
art.
his house. Joshua, we're coming to you next.
Yes.
Hugo, you ready?
Oh, yes, Hugo. Well done, guys. We're just going to move back to our presentation now. Sorry, Steve. Okay. We're going to answer our final question, guys, in our plenary. In the chat box, how do you think setting lockdown goals will help you to cope with a difficult time? Over to you, Steve.
It just makes you say, I got all 3 right, Sam got all 3 wrong. Know what I got everyone wrong. So I'm just coming through now to the finding it.
Brilliant.
Keep me occupied for now.
Very important point there, keeping your mind busy, active.
So you've got something to do, keep you not bored, from Mikey. These are brilliant answers, well done. It might even be a case like what Chris said about his journal. Could you think back to last March and when you left school and stuff that's happened since? You might just do little bits of a catch up of what's happened over the last year for you. So it might be a great story to have for when you're older.
Great point, Steve, absolutely. Well done, guys. We're going to move on now. Okay, so I'm just going to stop sharing. Thank you for attending today. It's been really great working with you again. I'm just going to share a link into the chat box of a form, which me and the team would really appreciate you filling out. It just lets us know what your feelings are towards our session. And obviously, we look forward to putting more on in the future. It should take 10 to 20 seconds to complete. I've just attached that link for you now.
Just
So
thinking,
what was our record, Steve? About 10, 12 seconds?
I think 8 seconds is the quickest.
Wow.
But also, if you've got another family member next to you who's been helping out, ask them to complete it. So you just ask the questions. If you've got younger siblings who's next to you being helping out and listening in, maybe you can ask them what they think, because it's good to get other people's opinions.
Brilliant. So I'll give you a few seconds for that, guys, and we'll move on to our next few slides. Great, thanks, Mikey. Also, guys, if you've finished already, which is great, if you could type into the chat box your feelings about Step Up. So are you enjoying them? What are you feeling about them? Steve, what do you think they could add into the chat box for that?
Yeah, like we said, it's anything that, because we put it out for marketing and we can pass it out on social media, some of the responses, we can give it to the Premier League, but also to people who are like, oh, I'm not too sure whether to join it, we can say, well, he's really great, it's excellent, it's fun sessions, it's this, it's that. It's good that it's not just us saying it, it's actually kids that are actually on the courses or the sessions.
Well done. So that can be a little extension challenge, guys, if you've finished the forms, which we appreciate.
It might be Step Ups help me in me day-to-day living during lockdown, not just in the sessions. What has it helped you do outside? Is it helping you in schoolwork? Really great.
Nice.
Love it. It's really fun. It keeps me happy from now. I like that.
Great, well done. I'm just going to move on to the next slides. Feel free to keep those answers coming in, guys, and Steve can keep count on those if that's okay, Steve.
Yeah, really good. Awesome. Coming in now. Amazing.
Brilliant. And just while those answers are coming in, guys, again, feel free to spread the word based on all of your great progress today in our sessions. You might want to maybe take a picture of yourself, maybe take a picture of the work we've been doing. and using the Twitter handles, for example, at LFC Foundation, hashtag PL Primary Stars, hashtag LFC Step Up. But please, before you do so, always ask an adult for permission. I'm going to hand over now to our king of coping strategies, Jake, who's going to give you a bit of an explanation about what the next session's topic will be based on Thursday from 11 o'clock. Over to you, Jake.
Yeah, so when we sort of touched on coping towards the end, then we're just going to look at what it is, the positive and negative strategies for it, and you're going to come up with your own strategies to help you get through, hopefully, the last little bit of lockdown.
Great, thanks for that, Jake. Finally, moving over to our Step Up Weekly Wellbeing Challenge, guys. Today's theme challenge is, can you make sure you get 8 hours sleep tonight and note how you feel the next day? So I think Steve mentioned, obviously, making sure we recharge, we eat healthily, and if we get the appropriate number of hours sleep, hopefully we'll feel much better in ourselves and we'll be more ready to go on and have a really positive day.
Well
Finally, oh, thanks for that, Steve. I'll come to those in a minute. Finally, if you need someone to talk to, we've got a great team at the LFC Foundation safeguarding team. I'm just going to leave this slide on for a few seconds. Please feel free to get in touch. The number is 07867 139 898. And finally, a big thanks from all of the team, the Primary Stars team, for you attending today. Really enjoy working with you, and we look forward to seeing you on Thursday for coping strategies with Jake. Steve, is there anything you want to add, Jake, before we go?
No, it's brilliant. Really
Yeah,
enjoyed it, right?
Keep going, and we'll see you on Thursday.
Thanks very much, guys. See you soon.
See you later. See you Thursday, everyone.
See you later, everyone.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.
See you later, Harry.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.
Ta-ta.
Bye, Noah. Very welcome.
Try me.
Thank you.
Dad.
You're welcome.
See you
Take care.
later.